Good afternoon, morning, evening, whatever time of day it is, and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen, and I am here with another 30 days of sketches and Scraptember for day number 8. I gotta remember. Here is the sketch. It is by Laura Alberts, who is actually part of the trio who brings us Scraptember. It's Laura Alberts and the Scrappy Sisters, Katie and Jess. And so this is a sketch that we are doing from 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. And so Christy brings the sketch, and Laura and Katie and Jess bring the challenge or the prompt, and the prompt is using something in your stash that you've been hoarding. Where do I begin? I've hoarded papers, I've hoarded stickers, embellishments, all sorts of different things. So I could have brought the whole kitchen sink into this mess. So there's a bunch of layering. On here it looks like it is paper, could maybe even some three-dimensional type papers. There's 2 3x4 pictures, a couple of banners, and some embellishments, and then a title. So I am going to do this bit here. I only have one picture. I have plenty of pictures, but I'm going to use this one 4x6. So it will still be the same general size, except it will be one matted picture instead of 2. And then the rest, I think I'm going to kind of stick with the way things are on here. So let's get started. I decided that I was going to continue on my nephew's birthday party, and I wanted to pull from the same Happy Cake Day by Recollections that I've used on my previous layouts. And this is what I decided to mostly focus on for hoarding. So I have many border strips, whether it is made to be borders, branding strips from the tops of papers, or these kinds of creative memories collection things. I had a ton of my own. My aunt gave me some, and then I bought a marketplace thing, and this was in it, or some of this was in it. So I have picked through a lot of it, pulled out the matting squares and rectangles, like the mat size, and put those away in my stash of mat size paper, and pulled out all of, first of all, there's my picture, pulled out all of the colors that worked for me for this birthday layout. So I've been doing mostly primary. Now the red is a little more of a dark red than I've been using, but I'm okay with that. The rest of it is pretty much exactly the same colors. See, this red is almost a pinky red, but the other colors are all almost exact. So, and I'm okay with that. It does, I will make a matching page for this that it won't really matter. So I'm definitely using these. These will be my liney bits. So let me put this away. And I looked through this book already and decided, because I have so much color, and a lot of the color in here is a little lighter, I decided to go with the best page in the book to use, which is very end. Here we go. It is a word page. Got texts on it instead of a bunch of color. And it just says, it's your birthday, forever fun, forever young, have a fabulous birthday, different things about birthdays, which is perfect. And you can guess where that lovely branding strip is going. In my bag of branding strips. Okay, so there, it does not look to be any real mixed media on here. It looks like they've either done some dots of something or another around here, and I do believe I'm going to bring my stickles in for this, and be a little more controlled. So here's where we're starting. I'm going to leave this as it is, and I've decided to make this easier on me and a little less time consuming, I hope, for you all, that I will do one of the normal kinds of tricks that I do to make this easier. So I'm going to, this is a piece of double-sided tape, and I'm going to start with the yellow, and it will go first on my line, and then I'm going to put another strip, if I can keep a hold of where the, well, I made that too short, so I'll put this over here as a backup. All right, now I need it to be 4 inches or more. All right, so I'm going to put this one over here. I don't want to do it too close to the outside because I'm going to make them wonky. Wonky. Okay, this is the last one, so I'll hold on to that. So here's what I'm going to do. I don't want them to be even, but I want them to fit in here. So I am just going to put them in here, and I don't care if there's a little bit of a space in the middle. That's okay with me. Now, and so I'm not necessarily going to put it in an order, although I prefer, you know, one color not be on top of the same color. Okay. Now, I may be crazy, and this may not be the easiest way to do this, but to me, I feel like it's a little time saving for you all. I could have built this beforehand, but I didn't really want to take away all the fun. Okay. And I'm going to do one more yellow. I don't want to go any further out than the blue is on this side. Now I'll take the red. And I only have one red that was left. And I'm okay with that since, like I said, it is not the same color red. So I'm not using it to embellish much more than it already is on here. Let's see. Oh. And of course, creating these things when you're doing it at home and like right in front of you, but the way that my camera is set up, it is further up. And maybe one day I'll get fancy and get a tripod and the lighting and all of that good stuff. But for now, this is what we get. All right. I don't have any more wonky ones all the way out here, so let's do another one out here like this. A yellow. So this birthday party was, of course, in 2021. I say, of course, like y'all should know that. And we have been in, of course, you know this, the middle of a pandemic. We haven't really been able to spend a whole lot of time together overall. And so this was just like a good relief for my family. Okay, so now these are attached, and I have them attached in 2 different places because I am going to cut them in half, but not exactly in half because I don't want the end here and the end here to be off, and then straight down the middle be the same length. So I am, let's see, just going to obviously I didn't plan all this out because you just never know how this is going to go. But you know, I'm willing to risk it. You all are willing to risk it with me. I'm willing to risk it. So we'll just see how this turns out. If I get too far over, that'll be a problem though. So. All right. Now, I don't want to lay them down that way because that's sticky on the other side. Okay. So now I can take this one and layer it like this. Okay. Now, on the layout, it looks like it's probably closer to 10.5 inches tall. And I did not do that because I only have the one picture and I'm not making it wonky. So I decided that I would not make this that much taller. Let me tear this off here. I'll go ahead and give it a little bit of support back here so that it stays together, because we don't want it to come apart. And I apologize for my random terrible accents. I am from Kentucky and I don't have any clue why, but occasionally I just start using weird accents that don't necessarily have anything to do with anything. Nope. Okay, so there's that. And here's this. Okay, so far so good. Now I do have a ton more of these strips, but they're the flat size. And see how this picture is? So here's what we're bringing in. I got a yellow strip, a purple strip. Let's see what else I've got up here. I stacked it all up on my thing here. Okay, and then I have, these are all matting sizes. And I don't want any more red and green. I got a lot of green on here, and I don't want to do more of the red because of the not matching. So I'm putting that in my pile to put away. Oh, and then I have this green stripe. I knew there was another one. So I've decided that I'm going to use this yellow as the long stripe in the middle. It's a little chaotic. I know y'all are probably thinking, "Ooh, this lady's nuts." Okay, so there's this gray long stripe that goes almost all the way across. So I think I'm going to use this yellow, and I'm going to put it down a little bit, not like between these two yellows. And then I'm going to use this purple, and that's going to go down a little, and then I'm going to cut it, and then this green, and then I'm going to mat my pictures. Guess I can't do it all with one hand. Like this. Something along these lines right here, except I'm going to banner these. So let's get to that. I'm going to cut this green down because it is the top piece and it looks like it's a lot thinner than the bottom. And I am just working on my cutting mat right now, or my Creative Memories trimmer. There is my green. Not that you can see it because I didn't even put it over there by you. And cut this purple out. Oh, my son, something's happening in the other room. My son is hooping and hollering. And if he comes in here, I'm sorry. I forgot to warn him that I was recording. And, well, that just happens. Okay, so there's the purple, there's the green. Now, I am not the best at cutting these little fishtail banners. So I usually just, let's see, they're not very deep. I don't want to make it too deep because it's so thin. So I usually just cut up the middle and then meet it from the corner. Look at that, how impressed I am of myself. Some people can fold their papers and they can do that and they're very good at it. and I fold my paper, and A, I end up with a crease in my paper, which drives me nuts, and B, it always ends up off. So, like, you know, that. But I just can't do anything about it. I am terrible with that kind of stuff. Okay, so let's get this stuff down. I'm going to go ahead and put this down. And I really want it about midway through and a little bit. I want it to go this way because I don't want, yeah, I don't want too much of it getting covered. So, it's crazy strips. I'm not going to take them all off because then you all will have to sit here and watch me. So I'll take these two in the middle off so they will stay down, and I better not. I was thinking I would take them off and then just grab the other ones later, but if I cover this whole thing up, I won't be able to get to them. That would be bad. Okay. Now let's see if I could not tear it apart while I'm taking them off. Okay. Now, where it goes is where it's going to stay because there's no moving them. All right. There. They're down. They're not moving. They're going to stay right there. Let me get all this out of the way so y'all can't see it. All right, I have already double-sided tape, put double-sided tearing tape on the back of my picture. I try and do as much of that prep stuff beforehand as I can because I'm not fancy with the technology just yet. Maybe one of these days I'm going to get on YouTube and I'm going to figure all that out. Let's see. I am going to just do the top for now. And I want to mat like this. And then I will do the bottom after I get everything tucked in. Okay, so we've already decided I guess I didn't give you all much of a choice. I have already decided where I want to put the yellow strip. Don't you like how I just automatically said you all had some say in this? I mean, you know, if this was live, I would totally listen to you all. Totally listen. All right, so I am going to mostly put this, should have tucked that under there. That's okay. The one on this layout is on top, except they're all, you know, the same kind of pattern. That's okay. Oh, I did not put any tape on these because I hadn't cut them. That's why. All right. So first thing is the purple because it's the bigger one, and then the green. And I do not want that much green. So let's move this back this way. Okay. Alrighty, I am just off camera because I completely forget all the time that you all cannot see what I am doing. Whew. Okay, so I want these to be like this, and I want to put these down. Okay, the picture goes first. See, I like to really stick to what they've done on these layouts because, like, I love Laura Alberts. She's got some fantastic layouts. She does a lot of different sizes, which is really cool. Okay. I'm going to tilt this a little bit. And I know there's yellow down here at the bottom, but that's okay because you're not going to see that. And now this purple, I'm going to line up with this purple, and it's going to come up like this, and it's okay if it covers some of that, like it's just food on the table. So theirs is not tilted. I tilted mine a little bit because I wanted to give it a little edge there. Now, this ending here is not going to be that way, I promise. Okay, so I made some circles because that is seems to be the theme of my layouts. We've had a lot of circles on our sketches. Ooh, do not go away. And while there are no circles on this sketch, I wanted to go ahead and put some down. So I'm going to tuck them in some different places. I made these with my Creative Memories circle punches. I got these at a Facebook marketplace. So I made one out of all 5 of the colors in 3 different sizes. I have 4 sizes, but I didn't want the big circles. Plus what I was using to trim them with the little strips that they have in these kits. And so I didn't want to put the big huge circles, and I didn't want to use my like matting. I really don't need any more yellow. Hold on, we'll set that aside for right now. Let's do some blue because we don't have a whole lot of blue. I only had 2 strips that didn't have the didn't already have the straight line on it. And I don't need a lot of purple because I got some purple going on. All right, tuck this in a little bit more. And now we can do some of the smaller ones. I'll do a small purple. And I just like having these circles because, like I said, I've done a lot of the circles on all the other layouts that I've been doing. So let's go with this red. And just tuck that in there. And then leave that green for a second. I think I will use the purple. I don't really like putting red and green too close together. Like this is okay, but I don't know if I want to do too much red and green right next to each other because then it seems like it's, you know, Christmas. Not Christmas. This is in June. Okay, so now I think I will take a couple of these circles and tuck them in at the top. They don't really have anything like that, but they do have some hearts, and those are kind of scattered around, and I'm not going to do hearts. I will do some of these little circle-y bits. It's hard to find a place where I can tuck the yellow that there's not already a ton of yellow. Got lots of yellow. See, there it is again. I swear. Okay. This green down here. Not that far. I want it to go up a little bit more. And this little blue. This is why I love tearing tape, because you can tear it to whatever size works for what you're doing. And no. There we go. And I'm not going to use that yellow and the other yellow. I may use them later on another layout just to tie it all back in, since that yellow is pretty similar to what I've been working with. Now, smidge more red, right? Oh, see, I just said I don't like putting red next to the green. Okay. So there is all of that. Now, I like this so far. Okay, so these are the embellishment stickers that I have left. I used that Jolie's yesterday, the one with the big bowling pins on it. So I do want to use these for sure. Maybe not all of them, because I do have one more page that's got a couple of like the score for the bowling. So I'll probably use the winner on there because my daughter's boyfriend totally beat them all. So I do want to put something right here. And I have the title, and they have the title coming down here. But I think I want to put it here to eat up some of that yellow. So first of all, we're going to have an avalanche because I have so much stuff. So I love these thickers, and these are called Adventure. And I decided I want to use this Celebrate, and since there's black text in the text, then I thought I could use this black here, and it would go well on it. So let me get this off. Okay, so I want to put it here, but it's not going to completely cover that. So how about I use my little yellow circles that I said I wasn't going to use because it'll help tie all of that in. How about that? Eesh. I like to think beforehand so that you all don't feel like I am making you wait forever. But, you know, I can't help it. I'm just like, shoo. Okay. So let's move this a little this way. Cover some of that extra yellow. Okay. Celebrate. I won't sing either because I like y'all. I want you all to come back. And I can tell you right now that's not going to happen if I start singing. Okay, so I think I will hold this one as well as the two on the other page. But I want to use this one that says perfect game because I can tell you none of these kids had a perfect game. But I can put this right here. And I think I have this scoreboard and the spare gutter ball and then this little bowling pins. I think I'll put all the other ones on, all of those on the other page. So you'll see those maybe if I end up doing that as, oh, whatever, as one of the 30 days. Whew, goodness gracious. Okay, so I use these recollections, it says memory explosion box, but they're die cuts. And I wanted to use one of these on here. All these colors are the wrong color though. And I already have too much yellow. And everything else in there is really light colored. So I am deciding against that. See, this is why it's called scrapping on the fly, you all. So let's see what else I have because I still need, so there's some bits. Oh, that's yesterday's. Good thing it wasn't tomorrow's. There's some bits here and here. I've already got that kind of covered because I moved the title and I got the little circles around instead of the hearts. So I decided that I would do, and I'm glad I picked these two colors, blue stickles, and I plan on putting them here, here, and then just kind of sporadically like that. It's my big quarter word for the day. Around there. And I'm done with the blue, I think. I really feel like I need something up there, but I'm not going to use the blue. I've got green as well. So since I already had a blue circle here, I wanted to bring in the green. And I'm like many of the scrappers that I watch. I really love the look of 3. When you start doing more than that, it just seems crazy. Although I have done some wild and crazy. I just put a dot on the word wild, which makes me laugh. I think that's why I said that. Wild and crazy things with like tons of these where I've like outlined an entire circle, and that's not crazy. I think that's cool. So, okay. And I really like the idea of putting these want to put them on top of the word though. Let me tilt this just a smidge so I don't put my arm right in that, because I will. So the blue may not show up a ton. Oh yeah, it shows up good. Okay. I've always been scared to use stuff like this because I am the person who will put my arm right in it. Okay. That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay. So there is the sketch. My sketch, not my sketch. And there is my layout. I don't think, now look, I gotta be real careful. I just said something about messing it up. I think that it's not too terribly far off. I kind of pretty much stuck with it. And I may add a little journaling, but if you watched my video for yesterday, day 7, I journaled on there about the bowling. So if anything, I may label names, but I doubt it because this is all, you know, family, and their names will be on other pages underneath their pictures. So this is just all the kiddos that were there. So I think that's it. Like, I had some other stuff I wanted to bring in because this is the other thing I hoard a lot is stickers, but these are like rectangles, and I really was going with the whole circle theme, and these don't really match with the colors. So, and this stuff, I think I could put this happy birthday on here. I may add a couple of these around here just for a pop of color. And because we are totally trying to not hoard, right? Now look, I gotta be really careful because I will totally put my finger in that stickle. Okay. He is not 16. I do have this other one that is red and yellow, so this would work. I could put this one down here where it says to put your journaling. So let's see, is this going to fit here without getting in the stickles? Yes. Okay. I think. Okay. Don't need thank you, don't need presents, don't need balloons. He is sweet, but I'm not putting that on here. Oh, look. This is what happens when you actually pay attention, you all. And look at your stash. Games. No candy, although he did end up having candy. That's what his prize was. Okay. Awesome. So I used some of these up, and I've had these for I don't know how long. Like I said, I'm a terrible sticker hoarder. I have binders of stickers. Okay, there it is. I am now done. Thank you for encouraging me to use some more. The pressure was on. I will be back later on with layout shares for the day. And I hope you all have had a good experience with the 30 days of sketches in Scraptember. Please check out all of the different people who are scrapping. Some of the most fantastic pages have come across the videos. There's lots of videos. There's a 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life Facebook group, and you can see the people who are posting on there. It's a great way to get inspired, get ideas. I saw some awesome pages. So I love seeing what they are doing, how some of them stretch the sketch, some of them shrink the sketch, some of them flip the sketch. It's just neat to see how people interpret everything. So I hope you'll come back and watch some more 30 days of sketches with me. And then every night I also have a layout share for all the layouts I've created through the day. Some days it's 2, some days it's 8. It just depends on the day. So tonight, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, who knows? So I hope you all have a great day. Hope you had a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. Happy scrapping.